Robert. Robert wants to be with us today. Hey, Robert, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Good morning, everybody. It's May 23rd, 2025. It's Friday. Another day closer to Monday. So yeah, good stuff, right? Robert. One morning he wants to be with me, the next morning he doesn't. What's the matter, big guy? What's up, big guy? You woke me up again at 4 o'clock this morning. And wanted outside in the backyard. So there he sat. I get up at 6, so he was out there for 2 hours by himself. But it was nice and cool outside. We may go out there in a few minutes. I've got a new, I had this plant pop up in the yard. You can't, oh, well, that's good. That's good, Johnny. Somebody who lived here before planted bulbs, and these things sprouted in the backyard. I thought they were elephant ears. But elephant ears don't have flowers on them. These guys do. Please don't beat my hand. So yeah, we'll go out there and check them out. Maybe one of you guys can identify it, tell me what it is. I tried using the Google Lens thing to try to figure out what the thing is, and I got some, all I got was some Latin term for some, I don't know. Anyway. You want to wrestle this morning, huh, Chewbacca? Well, good morning, Liz. How are you doing today? We got Ramesh here. How's Ramesh doing? Look at this guy. Boop. Boop your nose. Boop your nose. Boop your nose. He's just being, oh my gosh. Good old Robert. You're prepared for number one position today? That's awesome. Today is National Road Trip Day. How fitting for the weekend coming up. Liz goes on road trips all the time. I haven't been on a road trip in a while. I really wouldn't know where to go. I used to go on a couple road trips to find new coffee shops and stuff like that on the weekends. I might do that this weekend. I don't know. Oh, yourself, buddy. Johnny's driving. And there's Bully. Hi, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining us this morning. We're having a cup of coffee, and Robert's joining us this morning. He didn't want me to be alone. So, or he didn't want to be alone. Which one is it? He's chewing on my hand. He wants me to go outside. You're such a ham. Yeah, you are. You big goof. Is gone for work, yeah. Here was a, you know how I usually go to that website, the Good News Network, and sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't. Well, this one was a pretty cool story. Evidently, this teenage girl in California got pulled out by the riptide. And the parents were panicking, of course, obviously. Their kids out there. They wanted somebody to help go out there to swim, who's a really good swimmer. And they approached this guy and says, I can't swim. I can't go out there. His backstory is he has seizures. So he can't swim and he can't do it. But he does fishing and stuff like that. But on that particular day, he had his drone with him. And this wasn't just a regular little drone like mine. This was something he was using. It's a different backstory on that. But basically, he was able to tie a life preserver on the bottom of the drone, take it out to her, and drop it so she could have a life preserver. He missed the first time. They gave him another one. He went back out there again with his drone and dropped it and successfully got her a life preserver so that she could stay afloat until a boat came up or something like that. So that was very inspiring. And then they go back into why was he out there with this special drone? And basically, he was baiting sharks. Now, people in the area, obviously fishermen or whatever, they go out there in kayaks and they throw meat out there to bait sharks. I didn't get the whole story. But that's why he had this drone. He was taking flying stuff out there to the water and dropping it because he couldn't go out there himself because he had seizures and he couldn't swim. So it's like all these things aligned to be in place for this girl who got pulled out by the riptide. And he was able to drop the life preserver down for her and saved her life. So that was a really cool inspiring good news story that I found this morning on the internet. So yeah. Spring's here. Random's here. Hey, Random. Be 10 more minutes of screaming volleyball. So that's a great little inspiring story. How things just align sometimes, and good. I mean, things align all the time, and good things happen. Good news doesn't really sell, Things align and bad things happen too, and that's all you really ever see. That's why I go to that website, the Good News Network. Some of it's kind of cheesy, but that one was really inspiring. That he was able to be there, and luck would have it, if you would say, he was just outside the no-fly zone for the local airport. Had he been over, and she'd gone over 200 feet the other direction into the no-fly zone, I imagine he would have taken the life preserver out there anyway with the drone to save her life. Obviously, I think they would have done that. But the reason he was at that spot, because he had to get out of the no-fly zone, and he happened to be at the spot where the girl got pulled out, and then he was able to drop the life preserver. So that was really cool. There's a lot more to it. If you ever go on that Good News Network website or app, you can check these stories out that I find. And stuff like that comes up, gives you a little more hope, Oh, and Benjamin Franklin in 1785 reveals his first design for bifocal glasses. 1785. I got trifocals, no-line trifocals. I have to do this when I'm reading stuff. I'm like, let me see that. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know. When you think of like the 1800s or anything before World War II, you think life was just primitive. I don't know. It's like everything from 1900 to today is where everything boomed and technology boomed, Industrial Revolution and all these wars and all stuff like that. And anything previous to that, you're thinking, oh, how primitive. I mean, even the Civil War was kind of primitive in itself. But well, glasses go back a long way. But he was doing bifocals. Let's ask Gemini. When was the first pair of eyeglasses invented?
The first pair of eyeglasses were invented in Italy around 1290. They were made of glass and wood or horn, and they were used to help people with farsightedness see better. Would you like to know more about the history of eyeglasses?
So 1290 in Italy, first pair of glasses. You still imagine the past in black and white? Yeah. They had color back then? Robert, you're going to spill my coffee, bro. Please. Please. Get up here. He still think what do you want, buddy? Oh, he sounds so pitiful. You guys hear that? What's the matter, big guy? Huh? Get up here. I'm right here. I'm just talking to the camera and all the people. You don't understand why I'm talking to myself. I don't know, 1290. Wow, I mean, it's like you go down one of those historic rabbit holes and you find out different things. So your next question would be like, well, when did glass first come about? And then first telescope and things like that, or I don't know. Yeah. You want to know when sunglasses were invented? Let's find out. When were sunglasses invented?
Sunglasses have a pretty interesting history. They were first used way back in the 12th century in China, but not for sun protection. They were actually worn by judges in courtrooms to hide their expressions. It wasn't until the 20th century that they became popular for shielding your eyes from the sun. Do you want to hear more about how sunglasses evolved over time?
So evidently a lot was going on in the 13th century. Better question. Red eyeglasses or the mention of the fire from the focal point? I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of cool stuff you can start asking. Gemini's a thing on the Google phone, any Android phone you can get. If you got Apple, you can ask Siri. Just ask random questions like that. And you'll find out. You'll just keep going back in time and finding other things out. When was Johnny B invented? Hey, Blue, how's it going? Yep, bifocals in 1785, but glasses and sunglasses came out in the 13th century. So that's kind of interesting that they used them for to hide their facial expressions while being a judge, so they would be impartial. You know, I guess. So it's kind of interesting how they came about that. You know, not 37 years ago. You don't do AI at all? Well, I hate to break it to you, brother. Everything on the internet's becoming AI. There's this theory that the internet is dead, meaning that it's being run by computers, not by humans, basically. And a lot of stuff you see on the internet's computer generated or AI generated, and eventually it will be. I mean, it's already taken over. You saw those videos that I posted yesterday of me just playing around with AI, getting it to make different videos for me. So, yeah, it's going to be everywhere. And it's kind of creepy in a way. I don't know. They're talking, you got robots wanting to do manufacturing jobs. And you know companies are going to hire robots before people. You don't have to worry about workman's comp or health insurance or none of that stuff, and you buy it once and then you got it for however long the robot lasts. You gotta go figure that AI stuff's way beyond me. I mean, like I said, I repaired computers, but I was swapping parts out. I wasn't writing programs and stuff like that. You know, I tried to get into a little bit of that, and it was like way over my head. Yeah. It was just like the automobile. When the first cars came out, only the rich people had them. You know? And mechanics and everything. It's going to follow the same path. You think of the automobile. It's going to follow the same thing the AI will be. And the robots and stuff like that. Only rich companies and rich people are going to have it. And then as time progresses, you'll have one, you know, fetching your beer out of the fridge. So... It'll be the same as unreliable coworkers, but they'll never have to go home. The robot can work 24/7. I'm not trying to advocate and, you know, put people out of work. I'm just saying times are changing. You went outside, don't you? We'll go outside in a minute, okay? Just chill. You want to see aliens instead of robots? I don't know. Well, I know a few of these people are actually real. I've spoken to them outside of YouTube. So I know a few of these people are real. There may be an AI person popping in. You know that myself character that never shows up anymore? He may have been AI. Arrogant AI. Yep. I'm putting people out of work. Robots everywhere, damn it. Yeah, beer bot. Go get me a beer. What was the Pixar movie, Wall-E? Or something like that? Where people had to leave the planet Earth and live in these spaceships until the planet Earth healed itself, basically. But they had all this automation and robots, and they were just fat slobs on these little hover things floating around the spaceship getting these smoothies and stuff all the time. That's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to be. Just a bunch of overweight, our bone density is going to be so low, we won't be able to stand up on our own. And we'll just have robots feeding us, bathing us, wiping us, telling us stories, getting us food, all that kind of stuff. Yep. What was the REM song? It's the end of the world as we know it. But anyway, and then yeah, it's all coming, guys. The robots are coming. They're taking over. They're taking over. There was one little thing you could buy. It had like a stand and a stick that held like an iPad. I saw it on a TV show. Basically you slap the iPad as the face of the robot, and then your face is on and you can like go around the house as if you were there. And you got the camera on the iPad, and you could like be looking at people and talking to people, things like that, and you just kind of control this thing to go around the house. It's the car warranty commercials. the robocalls for the car warranty, yep. Or the IRS threats, or the warrant threat. Yeah, like there's a warrant for your arrest, but if you send us $125, we'll tell the police to not come by. Yeah, yeah. And people fall for that stuff. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Oh, random. Whenever you get off the screaming volleyball, you gotta let us know if your wife is doing okay. I'm feeling a bit better from my little cold that I had. Johnny, you got a secret admirer in the chat, Johnny. He's #1 in the chat right now. There was another thing in this day in history, though, I thought was interesting as well. William Carney becomes the first black American to earn the Medal of Honor on May 23rd, 1900. And there's a whole story behind that as well. Inflammation of the liver. Jeez, man, you got all kinds of crazy stuff going over there in India. I don't know if I want to go there now. There's no secret list. Yeah, I think Ramesh is a little touchy-feely. So we might have to beware of that. Fatty liver. I don't know if I've never had that problem. If I did, I never went to the doctor and had it diagnosed. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm still fascinated about the guy dropping the life preserver off to the girl out in the water. I guess the vehicle owner probably sold the wife like That's right, Leo. That's right. What was the he goes to bed with itchy butt, wakes up with stinky finger. Some other stupid stuff like that. Oh man. So that what do you guys got planned for the weekend? Anything going on this weekend, guys? Just looking at a little survey. I'm sure some people did. Yep. So swimming. Most people want to go swimming. A few people want to say they go hiking. And then, of course, a couple of our legendary guests want to fry bologna and buttered sausage. I can pretty much guess who picked that one. I know Johnny B picked that one. Nobody wants to picnic. Nobody just wants to chill with a buffet of food outside. Don't worry about me, man. Coffee's my only vice, really, so it'll be all right. Nobody wants to picnic. You can relate picnic to cooking out in the backyard, too, or barbecuing, I guess, if that was a weekend activity. The bugs. Yep. Oh, and then the hiking thing. Everybody loves to go hiking. And then how many people do you actually see go hiking? The percentage of people who claim to like hiking versus the actual number of people going hiking is like far apart. Everybody has this notion, I like to walk in the woods. No, you don't. No, you don't. Leo. He walks sideways in the airport. He's going to Bangkok. See, everybody loves hiking. Well, hiking was shot at. Well, that's when you go. That's running. That's not hiking. I just, there's the videos of people out there doing these hiking things. I don't know. I went hiking with Robert that one day. It was cool outside. That was nice. But I'm not going to take him in June or July or even August. I'm going to get eaten alive. No, I'm good. I'm good. Sweat myself to death and get eaten alive by bugs when I don't have to. It's Friday's called Poets Day. Piss off early tomorrow. Oh, there's your acronym. Piss off early tomorrow, Saturday. Got it. So how's your wife doing, Random? Is she doing okay? Is she pulling through? Everything going all right with her? She's feeling better, I'm hoping. And we need our forecast for tomorrow, or for today. Random and Ramesh, they give us our prediction of how the day is going to be, because they're in the future. Australia and India. For the United States, they're in the future. Who would they be in the past for? I don't know. But Random's predictions are pretty accurate, so we'll find out here in a second. Okay, Ramesh says it's an 8 out of 10 day, even though he's got liver problems. He's happy today. All right, that's good. And almost the same as Random there, 7.5. And wife's getting a little bit better. That's good news. Good news, Random. Like to hear that. So there you go, folks. 7.5, 8 out of 10 day today. Not too shabby. And it's Friday. But not for Johnny. Johnny gets off Mondays and Tuesdays. And then Terry, he's been on vacation all day and all week in Vegas. Living it up. Is it Random Ramesh a noodle soup? What? I don't follow that one, Leo. Well, I didn't mean for you to feel so harshly about Friday, Johnny. Well, all the fun that we have during our weekend, we'll salute to you, Johnny. And then when we go back to work on Monday, you can be laughing at us. When you go home on Monday, I mean, get off work. You can be at home on Monday and Tuesday laughing at us. Ramesh noodles. Oh no, I don't know about all that. What's that? Gosh, see now we got all these different cliches. Go down a rabbit hole, open a can of worms. This is what we're going on right now. Friday Night Freaks. Oh, okay. The real weirdos come out on Friday night. You know, it doesn't really matter to me which days of the week I have off, as long as I got a couple of them, you know? And it's really good that they're back to back. But I don't think it would bother me if I had like Sunday and Monday off or something like that. I could handle that. But, yep. Let's take the camera outside. I want you guys to help me identify this plant. And he wants to go out. He's like whimpering over here like a little baby. So let's go ahead and grab the camera and make our way outside. I'll bring you guys with me. Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Boop. There you go. Now you get to see me. Come on, Robert. You want a chew toy? Huh? We're gonna go outside, buddy. There you go. That's what you want. Yeah, a treat. Excuse me. Feels great out here today, by the way. All right. So here are these plants. And I thought they were like elephant ear type plants. Because these little flowers popping up on them. So I tried to why'd you click on sub a long time ago? Yeah, it's got these little flowers popping out of it. So I gotta like try to look it up online. It's hostas? Okay. There you go. I got, Blue told me. Tobacco plants. No, not necessarily. And I got some tomatoes too. It feels really good out here this morning. I should have just sat out here all day this morning. And the neighbor's dog barking. There's my tomatoes. Look at those guys. I can pick a couple of those right now. First little batch. Yummy. Don't pee here, plants. Yeah. Excuse me. My nose is still runny from this little cold I had. I'll go ahead and take some of these. They'll ripen up. They're already ripe. What about that color right there? I go ahead and take them, and then they'll continue to ripen, and then the plant can focus on the other ones. This thing's tall. It's almost 6 foot tall now. Wow. Get more trouble for tobacco than Zaza. Wow, that's crazy. And it, I don't know. The neighbor's dog, they have a fence in the backyard, but they put, I don't call it a cage, but they put a pen, a dog pen inside the fenced in backyard, and the dog's trapped in that pen. Later. Oh. Tasty. African tomato plants. I didn't catch that part. It needs to eject the ripe. Huh. Well, I guess I screwed up. There's a Robert chewing on his trachea tube, chew bone thing. Is that tasty, buddy? He loves those things. It's an actual trachea tube. Yeah, it's weird that they, I could show you. Let's say I got the reason I know that, even though I have a privacy fence, is I have to change out the hummingbird feeder. And I got my ladder set up here. I'm gonna leave it there. I won't use it for anything else right now. And as I climbed up, I could see down there. And there's the dog in a fenced-in backyard in a pen. And they just leave him out there all the time. So yeah. Fenced-in backyard, but they put him in a pen inside the backyard. Kind of redundant. Oh, your tree had mulberries? It's a mess, yeah. So, yep. They're the same people who have that old truck. They crank up at like 6 p.m. every night, run it for 5 minutes, rev it up, and then turn it off. Robert's got this whole backyard to play with while I'm at work. You've got this whole area here to hang out. He's got his dog house over there. He's got the birds. He's got the squirrels he likes to chase. So he's got a nice open area to hang out in. And then when I get home, I take him for a walk. Or he comes inside with me. That is kind of silly to put him in a cage like that, a pen in the backyard like that. Anyway, time for me to sign off. I have to go to work a little early this morning, like I've been doing and I will be doing for a while. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll be back on Sunday morning. And I like the join the stream type thing on Sunday mornings. So I'll put a link out there again on Sunday morning. And if anybody wants to jump in and share the screen, anybody can. So it'll be in the Discord. So, but anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.